What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. My name is Braden Carlson.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Shane, or as you might know me, Postart.
And my name's Macho Matt.
And we are back for another live episode, folks. Welcome to the people in the chat. Joe Stevenson says, "What's up, guys?" Brian Kelsey says, "Sup?" Kevin Turner says, "Hey." And Garage Man Cave says, "I still have old Tripotans." What is that?
Triple tens.
It's the Tripoli.
Oh, is that a magazine?
I actually don't remember how you say that, but
Well, I'm glad they changed it to the Tripoli Report now, because that's understandable why they would change that.
Tripolitan?
Trip Bulletin. No, Trip Bulletin. Yeah, it's like a bulletin. Right?
I don't know. Anyway. Well, why does that come up? It's because today we're digging through old Rocket magazines. Taylor and I both have a pretty eclectic collection of ancient Rocket magazines. So we decided that we would each pick through one, since, Shane lives with me and Matt lives near Taylor. So we're very generous, Taylor and I, to share our collection and let people touch our prizes here. But, so we each pulled an issue. Well, did you guys do more than one? I was going to, and then I kind of just got enough meat and potatoes.
I have two different ones here that I pulled the main thing from, but then there's some other stuff that I could flip through.
Dude, I totally thought this was just gonna be me doing this whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm kind of D.
Well, you should have tons of content then, right?
I got enough.
Oh boy, Matt. I want to roast you for the fact that this was exactly discussed in our group chat multiple times, but I'm just glad that you actually did it and didn't put that you're going to buy a Brahms and a Home Depot.
We haven't heard what he brought yet, so...
That's true. Maybe I'm jumping the gun.
Wait. We're reading Rocket magazines, not roller coaster magazines?
Oh boy.
Or gas engine magazines. I've got some of those.
Oh, God.
No, it's actually pretty cool.
I'm sure.
Okay, well, if you're in the live chat, ask us some questions and we will get to them at the end, presumably, unless we go super long on the magazines. Also, the Stream Elements tip line is up and pinned, so if you want to make a contribution to the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, remember that this is a fully self-funded podcast, and you can help us directly by using that link. Using that link dances around a certain social media platform, taking 40% of your contribution. That's all. All right, well, I guess in that light, should we have Matt go first? I think we should specify what magazine and what issue we're running.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you want to go first, Matt, bring it on. So what we were really hoping was that this would give Matt and Postart some ancient rocketry culture a little bit, so they can be as weird about it as myself and Taylor.
Extreme Rocketry magazine, everybody. This is what it looks like. LDRS 26 launcher.
That's going to sound good. That's going to be a good sound for the people.
You can hear. Okay, anyway, episode 60. How do you even talk about magazines anymore? It's article or issue 66. There we go. I got it. It's been a while since I've magazined. Okay. Isn't that sad to think about? Anyway,
you're the oldest one here.
I know. I'm losing it the fastest too. So issue 66, it came out in October of 2007. It was $5.95 in the United States. Okay, anyway.
Whoa.
I wanted to. There's a couple of things I found in here. There's one. It's talking about an interview with Kurt Hughes. Do you guys know who Kurt Hughes is?
No.
He's one of the founders.
That interview.
Okay. Oh, you have read the interview? I was reading a bit.
I don't remember anything about it right now, but
I wanted
at one point in time, yes.
Well, I mean, there's a couple things I thought were kind of interesting of it. I didn't read through all of it entirely because I didn't give myself enough time to, and there's some big words, but also no. So no, I'm kidding. So part of it was basically talking about where he came from and what got him into the club, into Rocketry. So he's one of the founding members of Tripoli. He let me think here. What some parts that came out of it that I thought were interesting. Where did the name Tripoli come from? So they think it's a combination of two things. There were some coins that came from Tripoli, Lebanon, but in Kurt Hughes' mind, he thinks it was because there were three members that came from three different cities, and so there were three different locations. Let me see here. One was Irwin, I think Pennsylvania. One was East Pittsburgh, and one was in North Braddock. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. That's not a lot of information here. Hang on, there's a lot more in here than.
Well, let's stew on this for a second, Matt. Just bring up your points and we'll chat about it.
All right.
That is Tripoli, Pittsburgh, if you guys will recall, is my deep cut poll that won me Jeopardy on the 100th episode extravaganza.
Wow.
I didn't know if it was the first one. I just knew it was an early one, but called my shot Babe Ruth style and hit it out of the park, folks.
Yeah. So these people basically started off as people that liked, this is during the space race. They were flying Estes rockets. They had like a science club at their school. And then, Art Bauer and Ken Good are some of the other members there. And let's see, it began in the fall of 1965. Pretty cool. Anyway, and eventually they, I wish I could, wait, press the like button. Okay. Anyways, trying to stew on it a bit. They originally were wanting to try to make bigger motors. And so they ended up finding a book called Rocket Manual for Amateurs by Bertrand R. Brenly. And so with this, they were able to figure out, it had a bunch of like mathematical formulas, propellant formulas, all this kind of stuff. And so they were able to go to a chemical shop and purchase chemicals from Fisher Scientific on the bus. So they buy all this stuff, and then like they were 15 years old at the time, and so they went and bought all these chemicals and they asked them what they were doing. They said science experiments. And they also
okay, sounds good to me.
Exactly. Like, well, that doesn't
what a time.
Can't really do that these days, And technically, they were doing science experiments. And then so they got some steel. So this was in Pittsburgh. So they also got some steel.
Good
from
place for steel
there.
back then, I hear.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's a really cool city too. I really like Pittsburgh. And anyways, so then they were trying to build bigger rockets. They started off, I think, with they called them caramel. What was it? Hang on. I gotta put it up here. Here we go. Caramel candy motors. There we go. Caramel candy motors.
Sounds like sugar motors.
Yeah, basically.
I believe they were.
Let me put this down. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm still trying to talk into the microphone while I can read. Did you create any reusable rockets? I'm not doing a very good job here. Sorry. There's just a lot of
thanks for condensing this.
You're really overthinking it, Matt. Just tell us things you found that you thought were interesting.
I didn't give myself enough time to read. Okay.
Okay. Let's go to the next thing. Wait. What else was interesting? I thought what you told us was interesting, but
I thought. What do I do? I'm not talking. I'm stuttering or stumbling. I thought it was interesting. At one point, he lived in Kansas City. He ended up teaching, I think elementary school or something, and then in Kansas City for some time, and then he went back to Pennsylvania and started to do the rocketry stuff there. And then I think, hang on, what would you like to see, or where would you like to see the Tripoli organization in upcoming years? somebody out there in this organization has a dream. Right now, most everyone in the mode of flying rocket goes up in the air and comes down on a parachute. There's a lot of technology that has changed how the rocket goes up in the air and how it comes down. I totally agree with that, but it is still the same thing. What is the next big thing for Tripoli? It would do wonders. Sorry, I'm just reading here. I'm thinking about it too much, but
okay, let me hold on a second, man. Let's go back for a second here to the beginning of Tripoli, because I think we're gonna maybe we'll each throw one of the things we found interesting out and then go in a circle. That way Matt doesn't just do this for 45 minutes. But here's a fun fact to aid in your storytelling here. Did you know that Tripoli exists because NAR used to not let you fly a rocket that weighed over 1 pound or had bigger than an F motor. So basically, Gary Rosenfield, Jerry Irvine, and all the like OG Composite California people. I can't remember. It was, I believe, in Mark Canepa's book. Maybe it was a letter to Jerry Irvine. Somebody got a letter from the NAR talking about, hey, you can't do that. And I think maybe he got banned from NAR for flying a rocket with bigger than F impulse. Quickly, let me talk. Dougie Sense says, I may have overdone it last week. Sorry, not the usual amounts with the $13.37 contribution. It's all good. We appreciate it regardless. And he also says, hey, fellas, what is Matt doing talking? And are we sure we're calling this cool stuff? All right.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that up, but there's a lot of cool stuff here.
Okay, we're going to circle back to Matt's then. Taylor or Shane, do you guys want to go? Mine kind of is all one big thing. I have a couple, but my first one's going to go on for quite some time. So if someone has a quicker one.
I'm worried that we have the same thing, but.
Okay, well, that was what I was concerned about too, but you go ahead.
Well, I got two. One's quicker, so I'll do that one first.
Well, okay, what's the one you suspect we both have? Is it Ricky Rocket?
No.
Okay.
Is yours Rick?
No, but I was going to use the Ricky Rocket issue, but we've already talked about it. And I thought we were going to run into the exact same magazine. But go ahead.
You want to know the issue?
Yeah. Well, tell the people what you got.
Well, anyway, this is from High Power Rocketry, February 2001. There's an article that's titled "Marriage Plus Obsession Equals Level 3," and I was like, "Oh, husband and wife story here." And then I read a little bit and figure out it's Andy Warner and his wife, right when they got into high power.
Oh wow!
Oh.
That's crazy.
So, for people that don't know, Andy Warner started Polecat Aerospace back in the day. And this kind of goes, it's written by his wife, and it goes through their journey getting into high power, just fast tracking it. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because it kind of goes through their level 3 process, which ended up with 2 identical rockets on M1315s that drag raced for level 3. They did.
Oh, that's
they did a drag race level 3. Which, what a different time. I don't think. Can we still do that? I'm not sure.
Ray and Chris just did that at NSL.
Yeah.
The Warlords. You were there, bro. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there. You're right.
I don't see. I mean, technically, if it's at the right distance for the impulse, there's no rule being broken, right?
Yeah, it's more of just up to the person running the launch's discretion, I guess, and being controlling.
Yeah, so as long as you don't have a square, then you're good.
But it does that is super cool though.
Yeah,
drag
that's
race
sick.
level 3. I don't know.
My backup issue, if I thought I wasn't going to find enough in the one that I have, was I think 2003 Extreme Rocketry, and it was an interview with Andy Werner, and it was like talking about Polecat, and it had the pictures of him building the big V2 that took the rail with it and everything.
Yeah,
so it was pretty cool. All right, Postart, do you want to go or should I?
I'll
I
go.
actually realized I have a little bit of a shorter one that I can circle around to here as well.
All right. Well, I've got issue 26 of Extreme Rocketry from April of 2003. I picked it because I am also from April of 2003.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The first thing that I thought was kind of cool is there was an article in there written by Terry McCreary, which, if you don't know, is the same person who wrote Experimental Composite Propellant, the book that basically teaches you everything you need to know about making composite motors. And this specific article was about vacuum processing your propellant and why it's good, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't really think was happening in 2003. So I thought that was kind of cool.
You just thought people were not vacuuming propellant at all back then?
Yeah.
All right, sick. Yeah, Terry has been around literally forever. So
Yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting because mine is another really old person that's been around forever. An interview conducted by our friend Kevin Drojanowski from December 04's issue of Extreme Rocketry. Matt made me say episode. Now I'm mad, dude.
You made me say episode.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You
Deal with
the
it.
reset button with the K2045 sound. Anyway, this was an interview of Rob Edmonds, conducted by Kevin Trojanowski and written. And if you're not familiar, Rob Edmonds is the founder of Edmonds Aerospace. And if you're not familiar with that, it's because I don't know if it's still around, is it? But he did the gliders. And there was RC gliders at the time.
Yeah, they were like some of the best like off the shelf rocket glider kits, I believe. I mean, I never had any, but that seemed to be the consensus at the time. I'm not sure if they're still around.
There was a guy at Tripoli, Idaho that flew some of the bigger ones, and it was really cool. So
I remember I used to see them at launches a lot, and they were always really cool.
Yeah. But they're just big balsa gliders. But the thing that I wanted to talk about was, and I don't know, we shouldn't answer this now, and I think we should save this for another episode because it could be a never-ending discussion if we wanted it to be. But one of the things he hit on in the interview was how at the time NAR had 5,000 people. He said, with only 5,000 people in the NAR, we were doing something dreadfully wrong. And his comparison point was the AMA, which, if you're not familiar, is the governing body for RC planes. And they, at the time, had over 100,000 members. And I think still are well over 100,000 active. And obviously, Rocketry's numbers have come up a lot. But what I wanted to touch on this portion of this for is I want people to reach out to us, contact@aggpodcast.com, or drop a comment on the YouTube video version of this, or that's the only options, I guess. Oh, no, you can send us a text. If you send us a text in the description on your podcast listening app. But I'm curious what people think we could do to expand the hobby. I know we're kind of in a second space race, like golden era kind of thing right now that's bringing a lot of people into rocketry as of late, a lot more younger people. Taylor and I have talked about how we never really saw people our age at rocket launches, and now it's like flooded with teenagers and people in their early 20s and stuff. But curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are out there in the audience on what we can do to effectively grow the numbers. We're doing our part, except for Matt because he doesn't post any videos. But
I'm working on
not largely though. The people that listen to this podcast and watch my videos are people that are already into it. So I don't know if I can really say that I'm doing my part. But yeah, just curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. But not you, Matt, Shane, or Taylor right now. We'll talk about it in another episode. But I just wanted to cue that up for a future episode. So let us know. Okay, Matt. Let's see if you can give us a tidbit now that you've had examples.
Oh, son of a gun. Well, I also read something about so I'm reading in the editor's comments this section of the magazine talking about extreme videos. And so apparently at LDRS 26 a lot of people asked if Extreme Rocketry would be producing any more rocket or videos of rocket launches. Ultimately the editor which I should probably know his name but I don't,
Brent McNeely.
Brent McNeely,
there it is. Anyway, he said around the time in 2001 when they started the magazine, basically after 9/11 and the Aerotech fire, his business dropped significantly and ultimately had to cut costs and whatnot. So ended up having to lay off a bunch of employees and stuff like this. So he ended up selling off ROL to Kevin Trojanowski, and I guess ROL was the video. I had a staff of 4 employees to work on the magazine, video, books, and maintain ROL. What is ROL?
Oh, well, we're happy you asked.
Before you dig into this, Taylor, though, real quick, we're not really doing the live chat right now, but Doug has a comment that I just wanted to put in here real fast because I thought it was funny. He said, "We need TRA to raise billions of dollars to buy the real estate necessary for large flying fields. May as well buy a Home Depot too." So
that's a great idea. I totally agree with it.
But go ahead, Taylor. ROL. Enlighten our boy Matt. And Shane. Shane, do you know?
I don't.
All right.
Whoa. Man, ROL was one of mine and probably Braden too. Were you around there in that area?
Yeah.
And a lot of other...
It was before I was confident enough to say stuff on the internet. Back in the good old days before I started chatting too much.
ROL is Rocketry Online. So that was sort of like your like one-stop shop for all rockets. So like homepage would have just like Rocketry news, like new products. Oh, a review of this weird new altimeter. Oh, Giant Leap just released TAC 1 parachutes or whatever. And there's like tons and tons of information. So there's also a forum that was fairly active. And then there were the Rocketry Online auctions, which got pretty wet and wild.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There was some crazy stuff on the auctions. I don't mean like inappropriate, just like
just like good.
I don't know, the stuff that would show up on the Rocketry Online auctions. It was just like anything goes. And that's funny enough. That is where I got my very first reload case, a Dr. Rocket 29180.
Oh, sweet. How did it like work? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it was kind of like eBay, but specifically for rocket stuff, right? And I actually used to, I never had money to bid on anything, but I used to like watch stuff all the time. Be like, oh God, I'm bummed I missed. It was such a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it was so how much fun was your watching case? The auctions.
Like $60?
Yeah, I don't, maybe probably like $50. I don't know.
Dude, like, yeah, stuff got dumb cheap there.
Because I remember, like, I think it was back at that time. I would have been like probably 9. I'm not sure, and I just asked my dad, like, "Hey, this, can we bid on this?" And then ended up getting it somehow won, and then we had to figure out the payment. Like, I just made an account real quick, and it all happened super fast. And then I bought some other stuff too. I got an H124 fast blackjack that I'm certain was shipped properly. And I feel like something else, but I can't remember. But it was a good time.
Was the like bidding and like that the mechanism just like eBay, or was it literally like, or was it like
more or less?
Okay.
Yeah,
but everything was like in a list, so you couldn't watch everything all at once. Like it was a top to bottom list with the timers on every auction.
Oh,
it was so stimulating.
Yeah. I bet
it was. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time as a child just watching the auctions and like what you could see the bids come in like
I'm gonna have
in
to
real
wait back
time.
machine that.
Holy ass, hold on. We have to pause for
What?
just a second. We just had an anonymous tip come in, although I have a guess. To the Stream Elements tip link in the top of the chat. $420.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Thank you so
What?
much.
Yeah.
My
Good
God.
God.
That's
dude.
insane.
Thank you for your money. I don't know. That's nice.
And
thanks.
this is why we don't have
Let's
Matt
rephrase that.
run the
Thank you for your
PR.
generosity.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Unbelievable.
Dude, the 20K flight coming to a 12-inch Punisher near you. Thank you so much. I just checked PayPal. I do know who it is, and it's exactly who I thought it was. But thank you for the anonymous contribution. Completely unrelated. Eric Beavers, we're going to take another comment real quick. Says, what is a waiver Macho Nacho Matt's Rocket Club? I have some stuff I want to fly. I'm assuming that's the Brahms and Home Depot club referenced in the last episode or a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just 1,000 feet right now. We don't really have too much. You
Dude,
know.
but imagine how awesome it would be if you
That
had
sucks.
a personal launch site just outside of the city. You do only have 1,000 feet, but you could do some crazy stuff. And on site, you have a Home Depot and Brahms.
It's on site.
Yeah.
You could draw some people to that.
That's
I'm
very
sorry,
true.
Matt, but I have to discredit you a little bit here for having your unlimited money Fantasyland launch site with no waiver. You stuck at 1,000 feet in
Yeah.
glass one.
Well, okay, it started off like a really awesome idea, but I mean, it's expensive, and the sky's not the limit there. And there's definitely,
Well, it kind of is. Right?
there's definitely, I don't know, legal reasons.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, Rocketry Online. Man, I missed that, dude. I just pulled it up on the Wayback Machine, but
Yeah,
the
that's what I wanna
auctions,
do.
because there's nothing there.
Pull it up.
So you
Pull
can't.
it up.
I do.
Share with the
sort of-
class.
No, Matt, this is an audio platform.
Oh, that's
as
right.
you know, by trying to show people the cover of the magazine. Okay, let's speak completely hypothetically here for a second. I need you guys to reach out to us. Again, contact at aggpodcast.com. Send us a text or leave a comment in the YouTube channel comments section of this video. Would anyone be interested in a online magazine news style rocketry website? A good example is my automotive journalism website, revreflection.com, where we could have people contributing articles and we can do new product releases and news and stuff like Rocketry Online used to, because I do have the power to do this, but it is expensive. Hosting a website annually is expensive. There's no way to dance around that. It is something I've considered. Alternatively, myself and a nameless friend for the time being have also wanted to see what kind of interest there might be in limited physical hard copy magazines making a return. That would be the same thing as they've always been, right? Launch reports, product reviews, how-to stuff. But we're curious who might be interested in that kind of stuff, because we've been sort of passively talking about it for months now and think it would be a very cool thing to see physical magazine media make the return to the rocketry world. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to ask for now. And then we're going to move on. Whose turn? Oh, it was Matt's Rocketry Online. So that means you're up, Taylor.
Taylor.
All right. So I accidentally stumbled upon this, but it's actually something that, I would have looked for but there's that basically I remembered this as a kid and then never, I lost that magazine or, probably wore it out rather. And this is just a very vivid advertisement that my dad and I often talk about. And I found it. So very exciting stuff here. This is the SS67B-3 liquid fuel rocket kit. I don't believe this ever actually existed. It is insane. It says the dawn of a new era is here. Uses regular gasoline as fuel.
Oh,
Reusable multiple launch capability, can reach altitudes of 5,000 feet. Simple
Wow.
refueling. Use only a funnel. That's all you need.
wow, that's so easy.
Cost per launch, $6. Launch control box included. Gives you a thrust curve here. It estimates it's a K260-9. So I guess that means
It has
in
motor
this-
deploy. What? No way, dude. Not a chance this is
That's
real.
super cool.
It comes with hardware, nose cone, PML G10 phenolic fins. Which doesn't make sense, really. Custom fiber resin.
Dude.
Ignition control box, refueling funnel, etc. See the picture above. And so, you ready for the description?
Yes, please.
The SS67B-3 uses pressurized gas, CO2 recommended, for pressurizing the propellants into the combustion chamber. Pressurizing can easily be accomplished by acquiring commercially available dry ice. This is the same. This is the same stuff used in some types of refrigeration trucks. Using dry ice eliminates the need for bulky pressurizing tanks. Both the dry ice and oxidizer, 50% hydrogen peroxide, are easily obtainable through sources revealed in the 30-page construction manual.
Dude, they're teaching you how to make gasoline dry ice bombs.
Uh-oh.
And then guess what the next thing says? Designed with safety in mind.
Oh, I'm sure.
And there's a picture of I got a flask, it says, with an arrow pointing to fuel and an arrow pointing to the oxidizer. It says oxidizer and fuel are loaded into separate reservoirs before launching. However, to demonstrate the safety propellants, the flask to the left is filled both with the oxidizer and fuel. The combination does not mix due to the difference in densities between the two propellants.
Dude. Okay. I have a request, Taylor. I'm going to send you what date this podcast episode comes out. I believe it's going to be December 15th. I think we should post associated pictures sometimes on the Facebook page when the episodes come out. Dude, I need to see that ad.
It's crazy.
That is insane. That's like, you remember the S's Cold Power? Like, we weren't old enough to remember them, but they're from like the 70s and they used R12.
Yeah.
Just like stone cold venting R12 to atmosphere to launch model rockets.
Yeah, it's crazy. Complete kit for $998. Plus $20 plus $20 shipping and handling.
Wait, what year is that issue from?
April 2000.
Dude, this is a scam. That you got nothing.
Yeah.
We have to find somebody who tried. Holy crap, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
To order, dial toll free.
Oh, good. Wait, okay, so this was 2000. You said $998?
Huh?
Was that the price?
$998.
Yeah, $998.
That's $1,920 with inflation considered.
Guess what the email is?
Go ahead.
launch@total.net.
Whoa. Launch
Total.net?
Total.net?
Yeah.
I'm looking that up now too.
Dude, this is fun.
What? That's the craziest. It's a ca.inter.net now.
It's just a straight up scam.
Total.net. I think that was it was like a at yahoo.com or Gmail type situation, or CompuServe. Like Total.net was a ISP and you just got your email address to that.
Oh, they even have an address here for checks and money orders.
Oh, give me the address. I'm looking it up. Is it P.O. Box?
Probably, but Well, no, I don't. It says 100 Walnut Street. I'm gonna butcher this.
Champlain,
Champlain,
New York. This is a commercial building, just like a generic one with a bunch of available slots. Still there.
And what's the name of the company? What was the name of?
System Solaire.
How do you spell that?
Solar. I'm just kidding.
SYSTEMESOLAIRE.
I do know how to spell system. Thank you.
Well,
What's the rocket called?
SS67B-3.
Okay, we're gonna have to revisit this at some point.
Yeah, that's fun.
Because I wanted to do an episode on like the craziest products that have ever been available related to rocketry, like the jet hitch. Don't Google that if you haven't seen it yet. Just wait for the podcast episode. But there's a couple other ones.
What's funny about this? So my dad and I saw this ad when we first got into rocketry, and we were just like, "There's no way this works." But we were always fascinated by it. And then obviously, like, I wore the magazine out or lost it or whatever happened. And so it's been one of those things where, like, in years and years since then, it's like, did we dream that? But so it was cool acquiring all these old Rocket magazines and seeing the ad again.
Dude, the website's still up, and it was updated in 2022.
For what?
Whoa.
pages.total.net/tild/ss67b3.htm. It's still up.
Wait, what?
Can you send us the link?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. We can't dwell on this too long.
Yeah.
But dude, we're gonna have, okay, we got to come back to this for another episode.
Fun.
With other ridiculous products. That is insane. Oh my god, that's crazy. No way anyone ever got one, right? All right, Shane, you go ahead.
Whoa.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you kind of alluded to something in this that I wanted to ask about, but it wasn't the main topic of this. There was an interview with Ray Dunnikin. Do either of you know the name?
Yes.
Okay. Referred to as the camera guy. He was putting 35 millimeter and Super 8 cameras on board in 2003, which is unbelievably sick.
Yeah.
But something else that was mentioned in there was that he started out flying Freon rockets. And I've heard of it, but I know practically nothing about it, so I wanted to ask about that. It said R134A.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Just use both back in the day. But yeah, I don't really actually know how they worked, but yeah, like Estes made a whole line of cold power rockets that used R12.
Oh.
So isn't that just like really terrible for the environment?
Yeah.
Because now it's illegal to just evacuate an AC system.
Yeah, but back then we were just
doing
flinging it around.
Yeah, Braden, looks like some people in the comments. I don't know if you've checked the comments.
What?
Looks like
Matt, we're not supposed to be interacting with the live chat yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Primarily, though, I thought it was cool that there was somebody messing around with film cameras on rockets. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I was trying to find if this was... No, I was thinking of Dennis Gerber, who was also a dude doing like OG camera stuff. And his nickname pre-Tim was the Wild Man. I was talking to David Reese about this because he started commenting on Facebook groups recently again about rocket stuff.
Whoa.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm still in the 2004 December issue, and first of all, the centerfold picture is a shot of Vernal's Starfire on an M2200 skid mark. That's just rad. That's all.
Sick.
I loved that rocket when I was young. But I wanted to use this opportunity as a discussion and a plea to bring back the golden era. And this is why Eric's going to know, or Taylor's going to know immediately. I saw Eric make a comment right as I started talking. Taylor's going to know immediately why I thought he would have been drawn to this issue, because this issue has the full launch report for Balls in 2004.
Oh.
And one of the first and most prominent projects, not only of Balls in 2004, but in Rocketry history, was a 107% scale. Did you know that, Taylor? That it was over full scale? 107% scale Black Brant 2.
Oh,
so hard.
We're not the first people to upscale a full scale rocket and make it giant. This was a little bit bigger. Of course, Taylor already knows this, but it was built by Wedge Oldham. And Darren Wright made the propellant. Jeff Taylor, the OG founder of Loki Research, made the motor hardware. The motors, 3 6-inch P motors for total motor equivalent of a Q21,685.
What?
Dude, they lit instantly. The website's still up, blackbrant2.net or
yeah,
.com.
I
and the videos are still there.
Oh, really?
They all lit instantly, like perfectly. And it's an old Balls, so they're standing like maybe 300 feet from it. I'm not. They were so close. It was 18 inches in diameter, weighed 740 pounds on the pad, and it still went supersonic. So it's a Black Brant. The fins fluttered and the tips of the fins ripped off. But dude, it went 18,000 feet.
Oh my God.
700-pound rocket with 3 P motors, and it went 18,000 feet.
What's the diameter?
18 inches.
Oh my God. It's
the primary charge.
Hard.
Dude, it's so crazy. The video is foul. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Dude, that's why Wedge is the man.
Dude, primary charge didn't fire at Apogee with backup. 35-gram charge fired and saved the day. It took some damage, but like with a rocket that big and heavy, landing damage is like guaranteed. That's a successful flight. I don't care what anybody says.
Man,
use a little bit of the fin, it's fine.
The blast deflector was a swimming pool, right?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Like a kiddie pool filled with water.
So this is what I wanted. My long-winded topic is that isn't even the biggest, craziest. Well, this is the biggest, craziest thing, but it's not the only giant, crazy thing that happened at Balls in 2004. There was, I didn't see who built it in here, but there was a full scale Honest John. So
wasn't that the community space program?
Oh, maybe. John Lindahl made the O motors. It flew on 4 O motors.
It was Kimberly Harms.
Oh, yeah, I think you might be right. 24 feet tall at the nose cone bulb. It was 30 inches in diameter, weighed 700 pounds. It had 4 O motors and it had G motors in the nose cone for spin motors, like the real one. But a few seconds into the flight, one of the O motors KO'd and took the rest of them with it. And it just like from Brent McNeely's description in the magazine, just turned into debris, just filled the entire sky. There was another cool big project called More Bad Wiring. It was a bunch of Utah rocketry guys. Jack Blair, Ron Weigel, Jerry Hughes, and the craziest name I maybe have ever seen in rocketry, Woody Wood. The 20-foot tall rocket on an 4500 with 4 outboard air-started M motors. And it worked. Deployed the parachutes and it tangled, so it got wrecked when it hit the ground. This is my plea. What?
Oh, go ahead.
This is my plea to bring back giant projects to Balls. Please, we need more full-scale just chaos like this.
I was reading through some old, one of the magazines I flipped through was an old Balls launch report, probably from like 2002 or 3 or something. And just the number of just like gnarly big air starts and clusters and stuff, just big rockets. It was so cool.
I think I'm gonna do like a face to camera video on Rocket Vlogs talking about some of these insane old projects that there's video of, because then it's fair use, and then I can show the videos when I'm talking about it. Because, dude, the videos of Wedge's rocket, my God, that is crazy.
Yeah, I was
But
just
want to
watching
see more
some of
big
them.
stuff.
They're awesome.
But a couple other noteworthy flights I wanted to get to here from Balls 2004. Jeff Jacobs hybrid R10,000 Catoed on the pad. I think this 04 might have been the first attempt. But for those that aren't aware, Jeff Jacob and crew flew like a variation of this R10,000 rocket for like a decade straight. And sometimes it worked, and it's pretty sick. And of course, Mike Hobbs, Dave Triano, and the late great Frank Cosden tower launched a flying case Q12,000. This is 2004, an expected altitude of 80,000 feet. Insanity, dude. It's 325-pound flying case. It's like all propellant. Insanity, dude. It's fine, Shane.
Okay.
All right, Hat, what else you got for us?
Sorry, I was trying to look for more content here. This is not quite as exciting, but did anybody use lawn dart simulation software at any point? There's a clip in here about it being in development. It was apparently developed for Linux, and oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this. Yeah, he said it was easily going to be portable to Windows and all this. At the time of this magazine, which is October 2007, sounds like it could only support a few features, 2-degree, one-dimensional simulation, and then they were going to add in some other features of stuff. Anyway, they had a website, lawndartrocketry.com. I tried looking it up in the Wayback Machine, and I didn't see anything that I could tell, but
No, I'm curious about this too, though, because Taylor is not familiar with it, right?
No.
yeah,
I don't have any idea.
but I was curious if
I have a screenshot from June 2nd, 2003. Sadly, Lawn Dart Rocketry is closing its doors. After 5 years, we were shutting down operations to pursue other projects.
that was 2003.
Yeah, what was the magazine?
2007.
When was that from? Okay, so there's a big spike up here. Oh, 2018. So maybe someone, because they said it was for sale, so maybe somebody bought it.
You said lawn dart simulator, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's what I think it was basically like a rock sim or open rocket.
Because lawn dart rocketry is different.
Oh, okay. You may contact the developer
Right?
at lawndartrocketry.com is the website.
Maybe it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perhaps.
So
it is.
I think somebody bought it and then continued the
okay.
business and made a sim. Because it says made with Mac proudly on the website. And that could explain the compatibility issues.
Yeah, that would make sense too.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So if anybody has any information on Lawn Dart Sim, please let us know, because I'm curious what it was all about.
Yeah, something different. This is really fun. I really enjoy this.
Dude, yeah, I think this is we have enough magazines to do 150 of these episodes alone. So hopefully people
Yeah.
like it, because we can hit one every once in a while. Taylor, what else you got?
That's all I really had prepared, but there's a really cool Redline ad on the back of this magazine.
Oh yeah, dude. When it first came, I have there's a couple. The one I have right now is a picture of the Aerotech building right after RCS bought Aerotech
yeah.
in Utah.
They ran that one for a while.
Yeah. Still the same building, except now they have the new one too, obviously. But
I wasn't able to pull anything from it, but there's a good article that's called Getting Started in Rocketry Electronics. And it has a bunch of really, really funny stuff in here. Like, yeah.
All
riveting,
right, Postart, do you
Yeah.
have anything else?
Yeah, I've got a few things.
Okay.
I have a few cost related things that I wanted to go over because obviously 20 years has passed and I thought some of them are kind of interesting and it really dates it. There were VHS tape offerings for sale of LDRS 21. They were $23.95 shipped. Real quick, where was LDRS 21?
Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
There was an ad for Rockets of the World by Peter Alway, and it was $35.
Yeah,
and if
dude,
you
I
look
know.
those up on eBay, they are disgustingly expensive now, and it hurts.
Yeah, but if anybody is wondering what to get us for Christmas, a Rockets of the World copy would be
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you.
That would be so cool. There was a
Second
review.
edition.
There was a review article of a Yank Enterprises 4-inch Iris by Scott McCluskey, and that kit new was $85,
Man,
which I thought was pretty wild.
I'm muting you, Taylor. Your magazining is loud. Yeah, dude, I saw there was actually one of the things I wanted to quickly touch on was an ad in April 2002 magazine that I had as well as a backup plan for Rocket Silo 2.0. And I was like, dang, that's kind of a crazy one because that was the Preto brothers and the Gates brothers. Chuck died, 2 years ago? And then John Preto just passed away, unfortunately. If you have been around the channel for a while, you might remember I hosted the live stream of his second level 3 cert because he was around in the 90s and he did it again a few years ago. And he had watched my videos and asked me to host the live stream, which I was S-ing bricks, by the way, because it was like a full-blown TV crew. Like they had catering and everything and like soft lighting, and I was live on air with a microphone and killing time with nothing to talk about. Terrifying. I'm not a live on air talent, ironically, even though that's exactly what we're doing right now, kind of. But yeah, so rest in peace, all the boys, Chuck Preto, John Preto, and of course Eric Gates. Rocket Silo 2.0 advertisement. But what I was going to get at there was in 2002, Taylor, a Aerotech Arrow was $55. In case you were curious. Of course, I just bought one in 2025 for $10. But we don't need to bring that up.
Okay, I found another one that I saw earlier, but mistakenly put the magazine away.
Okay.
So we all know about the the shoot release. Who makes that again?
Jolly
Jolly
Rancher.
Logic.
Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly Rancher. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, before the Jolly Rancher, kids, we had the Shoot Tamer. Does anyone remember the Shoot
Dude,
Tamer?
It's so big. It's so big.
Just imagine a full brick that you put in attach your folded parachute to, and then that will release and deploy your chute at a low altitude.
He's
full
not
size,
exaggerating the size. It is the size of a brick.
It's so big.
Oh, man.
Even at the time when this was like a new thing, not interested at all. I mean, I was just like, this thing is so big. What could you put this in? A Warlock? Full 9-volt in there, and then just some dead space, and then a circuit board in the biggest case you've ever seen. A giant on and off switch, all the good stuff. Yeah, let's bring back Shoot Tamer. I think we can make it even bigger.
Dude,
what if we use
Dude,
it on
we
the
could-
C9?
we could rip off GMM and we could do a Bring It Back or Nah That's Whack episode with old rocket technology.
That'd be good.
That would be hilarious. We just don't have all of it physically, so we just have to describe it. Okay, I have one more thing here.
We could do a show episode sometime when we're all together.
Yeah,
If
that'd
we
be
really
fun.
if we really produced it.
Dude, live Trade Tech one. Let's go. Although Postart's probably not going to be there. But dude, I have the interface now. We can do all 4 mics in, and it has outputs for PA and stuff, so we could do a live one and record it at the same time.
Whoa.
We could really do it to him. Okay. There's one more here that I was like blown away how timely this was because of the last podcast episode we put out. But this was Brad Vatsas, if I'm pronouncing that right, which I'm sure I'm not. He published an article. Good.
Well, they Vasta or Vatsas?
Yeah, something like that.
They were brothers, had a big website with tons of cool rocket stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they had like a bunch of different sizes of Fat Boys. I think maybe the website still exists, and that's where I dug up the proper Fat Boy dimensions.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
I'll have to look into that. I could be confusing that with somebody else, but they did have a cool website.
December 2004 published an article called Rocket Stocking Stuffers, which I thought was crazy because we just did this. So I decided to list them all out so we could compare and contrast where the overlap was here. Right off the bat, it's a tough start because he broke it down into consumables and launch day essentials. And launch day essentials, first thing is a butane soldering iron, which is crazy. What are you even soldering on site? I don't solder anything in rocketry.
Yeah.
Well, rocketry electronics was still kind of the Wild West up until about 2005 or 6. So
yeah, that's true. Missile Works and like Marza and everything were kind of keeping it together. But yeah, that's crazy. I will say though, having built a wiring harness for a car when it was like 30 degrees outside, butane soldering irons absolutely rip. It's so sick. He has multimeter, FRS radios, walkie talkies, digital steel calipers as an essential is an interesting, but okay. A fish hook removal tool for reaching into tubes smaller than 3 inches in diameter.
Okay.
Is it like twist and tuck, but I don't know. Like what?
A headband flashlight, which is a great thing to have at balls, I will say.
Oh, okay.
A drinking water backpack, a multi-tool, big advocate for that, the old Leatherman, and locking/folding utility knives. You can ask Postart. Big fan of the folding razor knife. I just ordered another 10-pack of them.
He might be the biggest fan. It's an obsession.
They're great, and you buy them. I'll put it in the gift list on Amazon. It comes with like 3 10-packs of blades, and it was a 10-pack of handles with blades pre-installed in them. Because I'm really good at losing them, so I was like, all right, well, we'll just have enough sitting around that's not an option anymore.
So there's just a bunch of razor knives kind of sitting, in a bunch of places.
They fold, and I don't have any kids or pets. It's fine.
What's funny is my dad just discovered those too, and he keeps buying a bunch of them off Amazon. He brought one to work to give to me the other day. I was like, I know this is a thing. He's like, oh, they're so good.
Yeah, dude. Ross was the one that introduced me to him. Actually, we used to go to junkyards and stuff, and he'd just be cutting stuff apart. And last on the launch day essentials was a fashionable wide-brimmed hat. And for consumables, butane refills and resin core solder, epoxy, acetone, denatured alcohol, a box of 1,000 popsicle sticks. This one's interesting, though. Large Post-it notes for mixing epoxy, and then you just pull the Post-it note and throw it away.
Oh.
That's kind of a
my
good
grandpa
idea.
used to do. Well, no, what we had...
like a legal pad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like an old Bondo trick. That's like old body shop guys did that.
Actually,
Cool.
I need to get one of those. That's what I need.
I used to
5-minute epoxy.
I used to cut up the cardboard boxes that I would get when ordering things into like small pieces and mix on the cardboard and then just throw it away.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I still do that.
Yeah.
He says super glue, gloves, grease, masking tape, sandpaper, razor blades, batteries, wet wipes, vinegar for cleaning motor cases, which I hadn't seen in quite some time, but that is people used to use white vinegar. And this one, Taylor, core memory unlocked from reading Rocketry Planet and old Rocketry forum stuff. Baby powder for the parachutes. I forgot about this. People used to powder them so they wouldn't stick together over time.
what's funny is there was some baby powder in one of my rocket boxes until like a year ago, and I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I carrying this around? I thought my old school brain was like, I might run into a situation sometime.
Yeah.
When's the last time I baby powdered to get a shoot in or something? Like 2005?
Yeah,
Wow.
I've completely forgot about that, but I inherited some Rocket People stuff that had some baby powder in it too. Okay, let's get through some of these comments, and then we'll be out of here. Pendergast Orbital says, "Is Android Rocket Logs out yet?" At the moment we're recording this, no, but by the time this episode comes out, it should be. I'm only a few more days worth of beta testing away from being put in production, so it shouldn't be too bad. Matham says, "What did everyone buy on the Wildman Black Friday sale?" We did that last episode. Sorry. VF Vlogs 25 says, "What happened to Space for Improvement?" Joe and I don't really have time. We're gonna do one more episode as soon as possible, and then it's going on indefinite hiatus. Let's see. So many dudes named Gary in Rockets. What's up with that?
Mhm.
That's funny. Doug Idalas says, "What builds are we doing over the winter breaks?" We kind of talked about that at the end of the last episode too, and I figured that'll probably be one of our next episodes as well. I figured we'd do a winter projects episode and then the grand finale for the year. The live, as people are commenting, it's like pulling it away from me. Someone said that they were in it. Yeah. MGD76 YouTube says, "I'm in the September-October 2005 issue of Extreme Rocketry, the highlight of my career." Dougie Dollar says, "To expand the hobby, you need to get people in cities access to flying fields. But since farms don't exist for people in cities, I'm not sure what is possible." Dude, see, this is the thing, right? I don't think it's really an issue of the flying field availability. It's the willingness of people to drive out there for it. Because, like, Shane and I live 30 minutes from one of the most populated cities in the world. And the closest launch site from the center of Los Angeles is an hour and 35 minutes. But even like small rock launches up until the waiver got nuked were like 100 people there. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll discuss this in a future episode, but
Okay, so no discussion now.
go ahead.
Well, I have so many conversations with people that, rockets inevitably come up, and then they get super excited until they find out. They're like, where can I see this? I'm like, we actually live pretty close to like one of the best places. You just have to drive 3 hours and 45 minutes, and then they're done.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Completely quit listening. I'm like, yes, but if you just went and saw it, you'd be hooked. But they can't. They don't have enough drive to make it to the place where you can see it. So.
Well, and there's so many places too that's not even that far, right? Like we're and less than an hour away from Lucerne, but there's it's a bit of a unique case study for us. But like under 2 hours from Chicago to Princeton. If you're in Boise, Idaho, Tripoli, Idaho launch is 45 minutes away. I don't know where the South Tripoli Houston side is, so maybe if Doug's still in here, you can fill us in. I know Hearn's a pretty long haul from Houston. But there is a lot of clubs that like aren't that far outside of, like, you don't have to go too far. But
I guess there's like a Bong Still place too, right?
Yeah, dude, and that's literally in the city. It's a state park with a municipal airport. Okay, let's see other comments. Troy says, "I flew my mini mag on an i435, my new favorite iMotor." Yeah, that is a good motor. Dude, we got to talk more about the liquid rocket thing. That is insane. Pendergast Orbital says, we may have a full-scale Nike smoke coming to Balls 34 from Whack. Dude, why does the Washington Aerospace Club not do a giant Whack Corporal? How could you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Whack Corporal. I've told Bryce this. This is my opinion. You guys need to build a big Whack Corporal. Okay, let's see. When I worked at O'Reilly Auto in high school, there was a guy working who was kind of crazy. On slow nights and the manager was gone, he would sneak a Freon can from the shelf, set up a nail on a table, and bang the can down on a Joker pencil magic trick style from Batman. That is insane. They have an impressive amount of thrust, let me tell you. He might be solely responsible for ozone hole during that era. He loved launching those cans. That is crazy. Well, Southside is over an hour for Houston people. Okay, well, that's not too bad. But this is a generation that won't go to restaurants. That's why DoorDash exists. Yeah, well, Shane and I both have thousands of DoorDash deliveries, and I can tell you there's no age preference in the people ordering there. Okay. I think that's it for us. All right?
Believe so.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Well, did you find something else, Matt?
No. I'm just
Alright.
giving you sass. I'm sassing you back.
All right. Well, let us know if you liked this magazine discussion where we find some cool old stuff to talk about, because we have more than enough magazines to keep doing these every once in a while. We won't just bomb you guys with them for months on end, but I mean, there is enough material to do it. So let us know what you think, and we can run another one of these up relatively soon. My name is Braden Carlson. You can find me right here on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Rocket Vlogs Official. Follow my personal Facebook as well, Braden Carlson. Please don't send me a friend request. Just press the follow button. Thank you. And go to AGG podcast merch on Fourth Wall. I'll put the link in the description. We just sold a couple things. Shout out to our buddy David Reese. He bought a pink Nigel the Rocket Hat beanie.
Oh, sick.
That's
so I'm
pretty
pretty
cool.
excited about that. And yeah, we've had a couple other orders coming in. And tip your waitresses. Thank you again to Dougie for the $13.37 tip, as well as the anonymous $420 donation. That's not so anonymous. If you're a consistent watcher, you probably know exactly who did it. But it's anonymous, so I'm not going to tell anybody. That's all I got. Taylor, good.
My name is Taylor. You can find me on YouTube at The Rocket Channel.
My name's Shane. You can find me online at hprtools.com and on YouTube at Postart Propulsions.
My name is Matt, and you can find me right here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We are the Anti-Gravity Group. You just listened to an Anti-Gravity Group podcast, and we'll see you all next time.
We might just hear from Nigel the Rocket Cat. Load up the professional masterpiece, you can bet on that. A launch and a chat with them is guaranteed to be a blast. It's the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. Ooh.